Today I'd like to briefly demonstrate some of the new features that Plesk has rolled out with the new WordPress Toolkit. It's a pretty amazing set of features that they've launched with this new version 2.0. I'm going to show you what some of those features are. So if you're familiar with the layout of Plesk, you have your WordPress instances here, and you also have the ability to manage all of your WordPress instances in one place over here as well. So let's click on that. Now within this domain, we've got two WordPress instances. And if you're familiar with the tool previously, you can create new WordPress instances here by clicking on Install. You can import existing ones, or you can scan. If you've made a WordPress instance and it's on the server, you can scan the server to find it, incorporate it into the control panel. So those are all very useful tools, but they've rolled out many more. If I want to clone the main website, I simply hit the clone button. And now I'm presented with a cloning interface where I can select different variables. For example, if I wanted to change the area where it would be located, I can make a new area called staging. If we had already made a staging environment, we could also use it, but in this case, we have not made a staging environment yet. So we're going to make one here. We can also change the name of the database and if we were connecting to an external database server as well. Otherwise, it's going to replicate all of that for us automatically. One of the nicest things about this new feature is it was often very difficult for customers to have staging environments for WordPress in the past because they had to migrate their WordPress website every time they wanted to make changes, basically using that methodology of a staging environment. This really automates that to the point where I don't think anybody that has a website shouldn't be setting up a staging environment and using it. This way you can go to staging.yourdomain, make any tests that you want, and then roll it out live once you're sure that that's exactly what you want your website to look like. So there's really no reason not to have a staging environment now. So while we're here on this interface, this is a heads-up display for all the things you can do that are WordPress related via the hosting control panel. So there's some really great features in here. Let's take a look at the security features for a moment. So we're here on our website. If we want to just check all the security features, it's as easy as clicking that button. Now we've already made sure everything's hardened. We allow people to see what version of WordPress they're running. It's the most current version, so that's really not a major issue, but let's secure it anyway. And you're done. So now it comes back with a nice green check there. It's got some other nice features here in this tool panel. If we want to change the automatic update frequency, let's automate this so it's going to update every single time there's an iteration of WordPress, which is what we recommend anyway. We can, of course, log into the dashboard, open the website. We could clone this already cloned instance as well. Lots of really great features here. Let's see another one. So another thing that might often be necessary would be to do a backup and restore. You no longer have to buy any third-party software now. You can back up your WordPress files. You can download them. You can re-upload them somewhere else. I mean, it's really a complete turnkey solution to managing all of your WordPress. So now we can see that that new staging environment's been created. If we want, we can go check on it. Now we're going to get this insecure warning here. We can go and add a free Let's Encrypt SSL certificate here, and then that would of course go away, but for our purposes it doesn't really matter. It's just a test. But here's our website running on WordPress. Everything looks and behaves exactly like it did before. The main difference is now we're in a separate subdomain, so we can modify this version of WordPress and it will not impact the main website. So now, once we've made our changes in that staging environment and we're ready to go live, it's really simple to make that happen. It's as easy as clicking the sync button here. So we're going to sync the data from the staging environment to our production environment. These steps are quite well documented, so if you kind of forget exactly what's going on, they describe it quite well here. So we're taking our staging environment data. We have to tell the tool where do we want it to go. That's our live website right there. Now we have to tell it what do we want to sync, the files, database, or both. In most cases, you're going to want to do both, and there's also information here about what that means, and you click OK. So that process took a few seconds, and we're now live. So you can see how easy it is to manage a staging environment, as well as how easy it is to promote that environment to a live environment. And this also serves as a bit of a backup. If you ever had an issue with your production site, If you're using a staging environment to make your changes, then you've always got a live backup sitting and waiting in case you ever needed any of those files or anything. If you deleted something by accident, then you've got a ready-made live backup that you can very easily do that exact same process and just promote the staging environment to live, and you're good to go. Of course, we back up the websites every single night for 90 days in perpetuity. So if you needed to do a backup from 3 weeks ago or 3 months ago, we can always help you do that. There's just a couple more features here in the toolkit for WordPress that I just want to make sure people are aware of because it's such a valuable thing. You've got your database information here. You can open that and do any modifications you might need to. You also can manage plugins and themes. It's quite a nice interface to be able to manage themes. We always recommend that you delete themes and plugins that you're not using. So that pretty much wraps up a demonstration on how to easily clone and manage staging environments for WordPress with Plesk. We're extremely excited about how much the folks at Plesk are putting effort into making WordPress websites fast and easy to manage. Nginx, Cloudflare, Let's Encrypt, and all the automation around WordPress really makes this hosting platform ideal for anybody that wants to run a secure version of WordPress on a relatively cost-effective hosting platform. Thank you very much for your time. Have a nice day.